here's our house with the doors and the windows cut out. The next thing is to actually put the mushroom chimney on, and I had drawn a circle and figured out where I wanted that to go in relation to the front door. I want it to be a little, I'm trying to figure out, I thought maybe cut this at a little slight angle. And I'm looking down inside my mushroom now, and there are still holes. So he's gonna sit there. The other thing I need to do, actually I think to make life just a little easier for our mushroom, I'm gonna put some holes around the outside of the stem also, just to make sure that he gets some air. I'm also going to take my needle tool and make some large holes right here. That way air can travel. Being very delicate, don't want any slip on the inside of the stem if possible, because I do not want to seal those holes. Some random clay bits. I'll have to clean those off once he's dry. Kind of makes him look like he's growing up out of the lower cap. Bit. Not quite solid. There we go. Do not believe he's going to come off. All right. Next part is to actually take and figure out where our morning glories are going to go. Touch up some rough bits there with a little bit of water, smooth it out. Pieces, add some slip. Just going to use the pencil because it is wood, so it does work as a really good smoothing tool. Smooth that in. If there's any stray marks from the graphite, it'll actually burn off in the bisque kiln. All right, taking the next flower. Kind of want to come down this side of the house. So, like kind of by the door, put the top flower in, put the bottom flower in, and then I'll fill in between the two. Use my finger this time to work that in. I'm also going to take and attach the petal at the top to the gills just to give it one more anchor point. Don't think he's gonna go anywhere. Let's see. Think there's a good place for another one. Those two clay pieces into one another, smooth it out a bit. Two more flowers to work in. I think I want one facing the back. And you could add more to this. You don't have to just add flowers. You could put butterflies, dragonflies, ladybugs. You could even take and make a spooky fairy house rather than a happy fairy house. Sky's the limit, your imagination. I like to make witches' hats so I could see, making one look like we're using a witch's hat to make a house. I think I'm going to add our last one right there. Score that down just a little bit further and even on the flower so it'll be anchored just a little bit better since it's going to be perched completely on the side coming down like so. I want to lift this flower so it can be on top of the other flower. Got a little bit too much clay on the stem. Bring Bynon back over. Bring him. Play his petals a little bit. I have a lot of negative space left between the flowers, but that's where the leaves will come in. I love playing with leaves. They're so cool. I should have left that alone and let it dry, and then a dry paintbrush would have just knocked those little pieces from the scoring right off if I had left it alone. Getting my fingerprints off the flowers now. have 3 sizes of leaves. Some larger ones, smaller ones. I have 1 large one, I think 3 mediums, and then so I wasn't exactly sure what I would want. Just going to smooth the edges with my fingers real quick because it's much easier to do this part before I apply them. These leaves are so awesome because you can manipulate them and curl them and tiny jumping spider. I just want to get it out of the way. Just curious, he's now on my leaves. Some really smaller ones. I have too many leaves for this very house, but that's okay because I'd much rather have too many than too few. I don't have to use all of them. I believe that is enough leaves. I need to anchor that one at the edge. Looks to me just a little too much. And if it's moving now, as it dries, it will move back unless I anchor it. Ooh. Didn't get that one secured when I did it. Clay does have what they call a memory. So if you don't get it to do what you, or not get it to do, if you don't secure it where you want it, it will attempt to return to where it previously was as it dries. All right, so give me just one moment, because we have our base. Be careful with our base. Our extras out of the way. We have our fairy house. There it is. I hope you enjoyed. I know I did.